Okay. What up, ladies and gents? Looks like the sound is fine. I'll need to put this into my Discord. Okay, bomb, rock and roll. Okay. All right. Looks like we are set and ready to go. So, welcome everybody. It is time for us to begin. Oh, let me come to my own stream so I can actually like view chat when it gets here. All right. Let's have a look. Okay, good. Right. Let's get going. Where was I? Hey, Jax. I can't even remember where I was exactly, but doesn't matter none. Let's hit a 41 straight off the bat. Doing good, Andy. How about you? I hope you're doing good on this Monday morning. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's Monday morning for you yet, but it is Monday morning for me here in Australia. So yeah, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good too. I'm gonna be pushing my barb to the new limits, especially since I got the martial glyph up and running yesterday. So I'm eager to see a lot of the stuff in action. I want to see, you know, how all this operates. I'm looking forward to it personally, so that I can really thoroughly enjoy myself.
Seem to whisper the warning of this place. Long ago, Astaroth's demons ravaged the land and left a bloody wake. Astaroth is gone now, but his shadow persists. There are still things here, dark things that hunger. Only death awaits.
Damn, those 5 million hits are beautiful. Excuse me. I'm fighting about 16 levels above me, which is pretty comfortable. Shouts are, of course, the key factor here. Nice, good. I'm very happy to hear that. It's always fun, you know, when your character's doing well. You know, I know I promised to play a Whirlwind Barb in Season 1 just to try it out, but how could you ever give up the hammer, man? I'm thinking about it. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't think I should even bother, because it's just crazy. The hammer's so good. Like, I just feel like I'm constantly, you know, capable. It just feels so nice. I am genuinely looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awesome. Especially once you get the martial glyph going and you're just spamming everything at once. Oh yeah. Okay. $37, don't need it. I think later this evening I'll probably play Rogue, but yeah, this morning I knew had to be a Barbarian morning. It was definitely a morning for smashing. You see me get stuck there with the spider web? Not very cool. Look at these spiders all trying to stop me. Thinking that they can stop the great Asian rebot. They can't do that. I'm too strong. I don't know where this raised keep is, but this would appear to be the correct direction. Also, guys, do me a favor. If you see rats, okay? See rats on the ground, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for the rats. I've heard that rats will lead you to the best loot. So if you see rats on the ground, you gotta follow the rats. Now, granted, they could be all dead because of my awesome hammering, but if we see rats, we're gonna follow these rats. If we see them. Yeah? I believe this should be a loop. Hello, Evaldus. Well, thank you very much for saying so, but my build is actually not built for hardcore, so I am very impressed that you're actually using it in hardcore. Well done. You know, that's really much more impressive than anything I'm doing, Evaldus. So, well done. Well done. I cannot play hardcore. I tend to go very, very aggressively in the game and then die. So when I'm experimenting with builds and stuff, I just go so crazy that I just lose it. So hardcore is not for me. But right now in softcore, at least, I'm fighting about 16 levels above me comfortably, which is pretty good. The damage is there. For me, it's mostly just survival issues. Hey Pen, how you doing? Yeah, makes sense. I myself made some adjustments toward the World Tier 4 stage because, like, from the level 60 stage, like, I was in World Tier 3, it was easy, but coming up to World Tier 4, I had to adjust it a little bit. So I'm using that ability that makes my shouts make everybody deal less damage because it works so well, like, right here. You know, because although I can hit for 6 million, I also take damage, like a lot of damage. So I restructured it, you know, to give a lot of survival, which will come up in my level 80 update for the Barbarian build. Hey Mike, how you doing? How's the Canada man doing? Hey, listen, to each their own, Pen. You know, we cannot judge a man based on what type of game mode he likes, you know? That might be his favorite thing. Also, I never judge a man based on the game mode they play. Only upon the content of their character. Makes me sound wise, right? But yeah, I never worry about what a person likes playing, you know? If they like playing it, they like playing it. If they don't, then they don't. Softcore is not for everybody. It's for me, because I am soft. But we cannot criticize hardcore mode as boring. That's not cool. Robot Nation welcomes all gamers of all kinds, regardless of what you like to do. Okay, smacked. Ah, that felt good. Alright, Martial Glyph is up and ready to go. Crusher can be increased further, but the next thing I need, where is it? There you are. I'm going to prepare this glyph first. I'm going to get every glyph to level 15 first, and ire is one of them that is going to be coming up in my next board. Now, I'm still planning my journey, but ire is going to be very, very important. So I'm going to get that to level 15 at least. Because I need it. Yeah, for me, I'm the same way. I can't get into HC because, like, I'm so afraid of disconnects and stuff, like, killing me. I'm like, I can't. But, you know, people enjoy it, and some people cannot enjoy the softcore mode of the game, so I'm just lucky. I'm just happy that they have something that they enjoy thoroughly. I believe I can save 2 skill points, and if I can save just 2 skill points, I can restructure my thingy across the board, which will allow me to then push more drastically. Because there's no way I'm giving up maximum fury. I would save 2 skill points going down this way to the next board after this one is completed, which is good. Martial Glyph is giving a nice bonus, which is why I want this, and that should be it. These 2 will suffice. Of course, I would like to get physical damage and all that, but I don't know if I'd have the space. So, let's plan. Blood Rage seems like a very logical choice. Let's make that happen. Because I can always make someone bleed, so it's easy enough. I'll just need to structure it. I have no clue about tier lists because the thing B7 is that I don't follow anyone's tier list. I don't care. I follow my own tier list. I do what I want to do, you know? And quite frankly, I think that it makes logical sense because I had a barb that I just created yesterday as a test for Whirlwind and it wasn't doing shit. You know, it just felt shitty to level. So, realistically speaking, the more that I look at it, the more that I say, if somebody out there is making a tier list, now I don't know who, and I don't really give a damn who either. Okay, I don't follow tier lists. By the way, ladies and gents, I don't do tier lists either because they're stupid. Why are they stupid? Because it doesn't teach you anything. How can someone just tell you this is S tier and then, you know, it's just gonna magically be the best? No, it has to be backed up by data, understanding, theory, thoughts, practical experience, all that kind of thing. So that's why I never trust tier lists, because how are you so sure that this guy understands every possible factor to determine what is S tier or A tier or whatever? So never follow tier lists. But you want my thoughts on it? I say, I think it is interesting. I think it makes logical sense, but whether or not it is, absolutely 100% the best choice, I would not know. And I would certainly say that it does make logical sense for Hammer to be better than the Whirlwind build, because Whirlwind is great. The damage is very consistent. People will swear up and down by it. But Hammer, I think once you get your Martial Glyph going, is just basically a stronger choice, because you wipe out everything. You wipe out literally everything, and I have no problems wiping stuff out. I have no difficulties destroying things, and you've seen it for yourself on stream. So that is my response to that. But again, okay, my biggest lesson that I can teach anybody is, if you look at tier lists, then the first thing you need to do is put down the tier lists and don't look at tier lists. A wise decision maker doesn't look at tier lists. Hey Boog, I have already made guides for every character, Pen, and of course in season 1, same thing, of course. But the only reason I stopped Rogue and Necro and Sorcerer was because number 1, I screwed up my Necro, and number 2, Sorcerer is underpowered. I see no value in taking it to the end in the pre-season. This will change in season 1, where every class will be brought to the end, of course. And my Druid will be worked on, possibly tonight or tomorrow. Tonight I might work on Rogue, I haven't decided yet. But Barb I am working on actively, and will probably bring it to the end during the preseason. There aren't that many days left, you know, so yeah. But yes, I am having a good day, Book, and you know, answering questions as always. But hey newbie, good to see you. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing good. But yeah, sorry about the mini rant on tier lists. I just really cannot stand tier lists. I think that tier lists are the dumbest thing to have ever been created by anyone, because people worship tier lists without thinking, and that's what I want everyone here to avoid. Don't worship a tier list without thought. Thought is the greatest thing that we as human beings have. Never ignore that, okay? Because if you do, you're not likely to do very well. So I ask with all the kindness in my heart, tier lists are usually a trap. Because a lot of the people that make tier lists, how are you so sure that they truly have the absolute best build in the game? You know? Yeah, I'm using the bear build as well, you know? I have no issues with that. Oh shit, Helltide. Ah, forget it. I'm too lazy to do Helltide right now. You could make a tier list on my builds because there will be actual data backing it. I just don't like how people arbitrarily create tier lists and say, this is this tier, that is that tier. Oh, I'm gonna change this tier around. What makes you so sure that the previous thing was in the top tier and the next thing that you are putting in there is top tier? Like, you know, this statement that B7 made, I don't know who he's referring to. Okay, I don't like to start drama by asking such questions, but you know, by what means, by what testing process, by what scientific process did they magically change the Hammer of the Ancients build to an S tier and the Whirlwind build down to a tier? Like, I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck made this decision? Who put them in charge? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there some magical council? Is there some magical international wizards council that says, today, Mr. Potter. Sorry, we were watching Harry Potter last night for date night. Today, Mr. Potter, I believe the Hammer Barbarian shall now be upgraded to S tier. Why? Because I decided last night when I was sucking on a sherbet lemon. Like, okay, Dumbledore, you know? Like, for me personally, I base any decision that I make on the testing that I've done on stream. And in my testing, the Hammer Barbarian, unfortunately, outperformed the, the Whirlwind Barbarian because of how it was structured, what it could do, and the sheer amount of badassery it brought to the table. So that was a major change. But it doesn't mean that one is going to, you know, completely outperform the other or completely destroy this and destroy that. It's hard to make such decisions, in my opinion. So that's my take on things. Storm move build? No. I very much believe in pulverized werebear. Although the damage is much lower, I'm not a fan of the storm move style. Maybe I'll experiment with it in season 1, maybe. But I'll have to see, because I thus far have not had a problem with the pulverized werebear. And given my experience with it, I feel that it might be best if I carry on with it. But I think that in season 1, I may try the storm build going up to going up through to the higher levels, because I at least want to see what it can do and why people think it's worth their time. But Druid will be one of the last characters I do during season 1. The season 1 roadmap for the robot channel, in case you guys don't know, is going to be Necro first, Bone Spear Necro, which is the top of the top. Then I'll be looking at the first of all Bone Spear Necro, then the Rogue, Twisting Blades, of course, then Hammer Barbarian. Hammer or Whirlwind Barbarian, I have not decided yet. Okay, Hammer or Whirlwind Barbarian. And then after that, it will switch over to the Druid. So Druid will be the second last, Sorcerer will be the last, unless there are major buffs during season 1. Hey, hey, Mind Freak, yes, keep the sound on. Thank you, everybody. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I still have not thoroughly decided what will be done. I don't know. I don't think there will be any new skills. I'm just saying there may be buffs and nerfs. I'm very doubtful they're going to change the skill tree, just so you know. And Diablo is not the type of game that releases new skills. This literally never happens. They may have some seasonal skill trees or, you know, seasonal content that does come out, but this will be like for every class or whatever. So yeah, it's usually not specific. So that's how Diablo seasons work in general. But yes, everybody, keep the sound on, keep your ad block off, and if you got YouTube Premium, I love you even more, since I basically make double from YouTube Premium people. So thank you very much for supporting my content and helping me pay rent by just watching me. Thank you. But yes, if you are new to Diablo seasons, wait and see, my friends. That's the best way to understand them, because a lot of the things that you might think about or that you might think might happen will not happen. Okay, so just be patient, you know, enjoy the seasons as they come, and you will see, you'll get used to it real quickly. Basically, the idea is not to change the game, FYI. The idea of each season is to add something interesting, a seasonal mechanic, but usually the base game, the base skills, the base builds do not change unless there are buffs and nerfs, unless there are balancing changes. And of course, there'll be particular seasonal content that we'll have to tackle differently. Also, there may be new armor sets, new weapons, things like that, new set armors. These things can change. But usually the skills, the base skills themselves don't change. Lol, Mike. Sounds like you need better gear and you might be going too far above your level, even if you're following my work. No thanks, Andy. I choose to stand by exactly what I stand by. And if people want to follow other builds or other weird things, you know, they can, but I stand by what I've done and what I've tested, you know? So you can try whatever you want to, but a lot of these things that you're talking about, very fun to play, are only at the very end game. So sure, you can try and reset at level 100 if you want to spend all the money, but I have no interest. I want only each season to do what is best for every character class, and then that's my season finished. Then I'll be moving on to the other games I'm partnered with, and then I'll come back each season at the start. Well, yes, then of course you got clapped by the butcher, you're still a beginner rogue. The rogue's killing power comes up only around level 40-ish. And of course, once you have your Blade Dancer's aspect, a super early game butcher will usually rip you apart. So yeah, that is what will happen. Because a lot of the time, in early and mid game, it's your build that carries you, but also you're not going to be significantly over or underpowered, which means that an early butcher encounter will always end badly. Usually, for most people, right, just saying it straight out, it's very rare to encounter the butcher below level 40. I've rarely seen it, like legit rarely seen it, and most of the time you will just die. You will just get insta-clapped, and that'll be the end of your story, because early game you don't have a lot of the stuff that you need to survive. Hello, Sir Bane. So yeah, that is my answer for why it is the way it is. But once you progress up to about level 40-ish and you've got all your aspects and stuff, you'll be perfectly fine. Yeah. But yeah, coming back to the topic about Season 1, I know a lot of people are thinking about it, but basically, here's my thoughts, okay? I don't expect any nerfs, I don't expect any buffs, unless, except to maybe the Sorcerer. I'm hoping for Sorcerer buffs, but I am very doubtful, because usually Season 1 rarely changes from the base game. They will add the seasonal content, of course, but it's usually pretty much similar to the base game. There are usually no level cap increases and things like that, so don't hope for that. But they will probably have like set armor, stuff like that. And they might increase item level. Okay? Now that is something that can happen. They can potentially increase item level to help you reach newer heights. Like a new difficulty level, that has been talked about. So that could potentially happen. Could. It may not, but it could. I'm doing very good. But then again, I'm always doing good. Especially with this lovely community here. So yeah, don't expect too much for Season 1. Most of the real action comes in Season 2 onwards. Season 1 is usually still trying to balance the game and make sure that it functions well. Well, if it's confirmed, it makes sense. I mean, come on, Mind Freak, I've always said it. Season 1, what did I just say? Season 1, there are no major changes. Anyone who says data mine this, Season 1 that, is always wrong. And that's why I urge you guys, be cautious in who you watch. If the person does not know shit, they're going to fill your head with shit. People who know their shit don't fill your head with shit. So remember that. Be cautious. You don't want to have the wrong idea, do you? But yeah, I'm very doubtful they will add a new character until, and I'm telling you this straight up, all right? It's until Season 2 minimum. If that. It may even come in Season 3. Okay? Don't expect any DLCs and all that kind of shenanigans until Season 2 or 3. And that is 6 months away. Okay? Half a year is a very reasonable development time. But it will be a way away. Okay? Usually the DLC drops after about 1 year. So that'll be 4 seasons. 4 seasons later, we might see some serious DLC, things like that, dropping new character classes, all that kind of stuff, yeah. But if you ask me, I'd say that I think if it was me, I would say 3rd season would be the perfect time to drop a new class. And the new class should be Monk. A Monk Assassin hybrid, to be more correct. Oh shit, I one-shotted that boss. Oh damn. Okay. Hey yo. That was pretty killer. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna wait a while so I can clip that. Well, I do hope we get a monk. I think it'll be a very interesting class to have in this game, and I think that it'll be one of the things that they should do if they want to ensure that people, you know, get to thoroughly enjoy their game. That is what I would do, personally. I would say, Monk, let's go. But like I said, that is me that is my personal take on things. I can only hope that we will get exactly that. All of this no good except for this. This one I will extract. I'll extract and put it on my thingamabob higher. I really should level my other glyphs, but that one's first. But lol, one-shotting the boss. That was hilarious. And that boss was like 16 levels above me. 16, 17 levels above me. This amuses me greatly.
I have the best of everything.
This guy, I have the best of everything. Good, you better have the best of everything. If you don't, I'm going to be upset. Now.
Don't dally. Hand it over.
You know, yesterday somebody said to me, Rage of Harrogath is best in slot. I laughed. Rage in Harrogath.
Come back.
Not enough damage reduction, ladies and gents. Remember that. Damage reduction is the key to survival. You don't have enough of it, you are done. So be very, very careful. Now let me go find that clip. Okay, perfect. And that is going straight onto my suit. Great, now I can use it for material. Well, I would love to see what they add, but I think a lot of people want the monk. So if they do add something, you know, I would hope it'll be the monk first, because there's a lot of people who do want that in the game. After that, if they were to add something else, then that'll be totally fine. Like, I'm okay with it. But I'm just gonna say that that is something people have been asking for and asking for and asking for and asking for. So they may just get it. They may just get it. I would love to see, of course, actual new classes added, but that can be both a good and bad thing, because sometimes it doesn't go over so well. So that's something else to think about, you know. It doesn't always 100%, you know, go well. Because sometimes people are like, hey, you know, what's going on, and why is this not as good as that, and blah 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 blah. Goes crazy. So a new, even Diablo 3, right? When they introduced a new class, it was the freaking Necromancer. Wasn't exactly very new. In fact, just so you know, right? Diablo 4 has a new class. People don't realize it, but the rogue is actually an entirely new class. What Diablo 2 and 3 had, what Diablo 2 had was the assassin and the Amazon, and Diablo 3 had the demon hunter. But all of them, none of their playstyles actually match the rogue. The rogue is entirely new. Just in case people didn't know that. The rogue is actually a mix between what we call the boazon, the bow-wielding Amazon from Diablo 2, and the assassin from Diablo 2. The rogue is like a halfway point between both. They are capable of using traps, caltrops, all this kind of stuff, melee as well, but they use dual blades instead of course, the assassin's unique weapons. Which I guess theoretically were passed over to the monk, because the assassin was the one that used the katars, the fist-based weapons, which the monk used in Diablo 3. So the rogue is in fact an entirely new class. It's the typical bow class, but it is a new class. Yeah, exactly. The rogue is an entirely new class, which a lot of people, seem to gloss over. The other 4 classes, they've appeared before, but the rogue is entirely new. That's why a lot of people are annoyed, because we have ninja skills instead of the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie, and when we talk about Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye, the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye was not a rogue class. They were, well, I mean, I guess to an extent they were, but back in Diablo 2, it was the Amazon, the Javazon, the javelin-wielding Amazons, things like that. So they were more similar to Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. But I guess the Amazon could just be a different class of rogue, but they were like Norse. They were designed as like, the Norse class, because they had the Valkyrie power, which is basically like our Shadow clone, but the Valkyries would last a very long time in Diablo 2, and they were very useful. Most of the good Boazon builds still use the Valkyrie as a distraction to survive. Even Javazons used it because, hell, they were useful. They were very strong and powerful. Even just one skill point into them was very useful. I think what they've realistically changed, or well, I wouldn't know because I never played the Barb in D3. Because in D3 I never had the motivation that I do for Diablo 4. In D3 I don't recall if we had Lunging Strike. I played the Necromancer anyway. But I think what feels fast about the Barbarian is Lunging Strike, because basically it's a movement based skill on your basic. So it makes entering and exiting combat super fast and easy. And I think that there's a lot of good glory in that. Because we're basically just teleporting in, smashing, and there you go. I don't really know what the D3 barbs were like, but for me right now, the Barbarian feels like how it used to. This Barbarian is much more similar to the, I guess I would say, Diablo 2 Barbarian. At the very least, what I remember of it, this is pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, if it was that long, Diablo 3 itself has undergone many changes. So if you weren't like directly coming from Diablo 3, then I would say that, yeah, your memory might be outdated. But coming from Diablo 2 Resurrected, this is how the barbarians felt back in Diablo 2 anyway. Although granted, you had to find freaking gore treads to actually move around the map fast. This is how the barbarians felt. So it feels pretty good overall, and I am enjoying it. Yeah. I agree with that statement. I think they did a good job, but I still miss the Javazon. You know what I find funny? Have you noticed that sometimes the minions, guys, they have more damage than the actual elites? Sorry, they have more health than the actual elites. Like, you'll be trying to smack down a minion and it just won't die. This amused me so greatly. This kills the mob. Okay, now how to get to the new area. Let's do it. This way. We go out this way and to the new board. Yeah, of course. Of course it's due to that, but I just find the increase hilarious. Can you imagine if your minion, if you're an evil overlord, right? And the first thing you see is this minion that is literally more tanky than you. There you are, big bad evil guy. And your minion. And your random minion, Carl the Plague Janitor or whatever, is like tougher than you. And it's like, all your villain training gets wasted. No, it's just tankier. Deadly, no. Deadly, the elite is of course deadlier. But that's what I found funny. Like, the minion was just tankier. Sometimes. Very rarely. But it does amuse me. You mean the exploding ones? They can be pretty crazy, yeah. Because in World Tier 4, usually they're a one-shot. More or less. They will one-shot the living daylights out of you. For that reason, right? Whenever there's exploding minions, I'll always bait them. If I know that lunatics and whatever are coming, I always bait them. I'll always just pull them away. Because I know for a fact that they will rip and tear you to shreds. Most of the time. But anyway, build tier lists are ever changing, so there's always the good, there's always the bad. And for me, I just want to make sure that whatever I'm doing is the best for my audience, and then once that's the case, I'm satisfied. Crud. I hate the webs so much. Okay, Aya. That's why usually, right, I will, well, for me at least, I'll use my shouts, charge in, and then specifically bait those and then rush out. That's usually what I do. Doesn't always work for everybody, but that is my playstyle because I know for a fact that those guys are going to annoy the living daylights out of most people. Gonna withdraw that. See this. This is actually pretty good except for the whirlwind part, don't need that. And the stats are not maximized. Right now I'm only searching for maximized stats. So, time to mark. No. No. I need at least one roll for any of these to be useful. I need just one roll to be maxed. I don't know if I'll find one, but there might be. I'll need perfect rolls with one maxed, which maybe I can find somewhere.
Proper tools of vengeance. Have a look.
What do you need him for, my friend?
Now, Leah, there's something out there killing us, and no one will do anything.
Why are you looking for him? I mean, maybe he dipped. Or he could be lurking. I mean, either way, I don't know. I'm relaxed. He's not chatting at the moment. Yeah, of course, Austin. It's great. Like, the leap and earthquake and whatever is great early game. Absolutely fails late game. That's the problem. Because you really want to push above your level, right? You cannot do it without the shouts, unfortunately. The shouts are basically your lifeblood. That's the reason why I went full shout. I mean, leap and earthquake, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I've seen the article about the bouncy ball barbarian, but yeah, no thanks. I will stick with I'll stick with the most efficient way. I don't even recall seeing it, so. Oh, I must have missed it. Yeah, I didn't even read it. So, but if that's what they want to follow, then they don't need to come to my stream. They can go watch those guys. I don't care. I didn't even bother. I was interacting with the community so much that I didn't even read it or care. But like I said, you know, if people want to follow, you know, whatever max roll or verified creators, they can do so. You know, I'm just a guy that does what I do. But if my honest thoughts and advice to anyone is that if you are going to follow those people, then you should be attending their streams, going to their stuff. Me, I will stay here with my community, doing what I enjoy, doing what I like, you know? For me, you know, if those guys want to do what they want to do, then, you know, I leave it to them. I wish them well. I hope that, you know, they do well. But for me, I'm just going to figure things out my way, you know, play things my way, and just do it on a simple one-on-one basis. Like what I learn along the way, I share and teach. And that has always been my playstyle with any game. If people like the verified stuff, the verified peeps, and you know they wanna follow their every word, obey their every law, you know, follow their tier lists and whatnot, then go for it. You know, I wish them well. Like I said, do your best. For me, I'm relaxed here. I just do what I do, and I don't make tier lists, because at the end of the day, what you are trying to do is that with your time, with whatever time scale you have, what is your ultimate goal as a gamer? With the time that I have, I want to beat the game and have fun along the way and do it while feeling powerful. That is my, I guess, philosophy as a creator. I say, okay, so if that's what I want to achieve as a gamer, and I'm sure many people are like-minded, then my goal and objective in any creation space is to say, what can I do right now to make sure that my people can experience the same thing? Oh my god, I didn't even see the... I was wondering, why am I not able to smack down this guy? Oh my god, damage reduces left, right, and center. Can I say I hate the people who have damage reduction so much? Oof. Those damn aura mobs are the bane of my life. But yeah, I just let people do what they want to do, and you know, live and let live, you know? I am not here to be the best. I'm here to be the best for my community. Big difference. In fact, a stark contrast to 2 of the games that I've played in the past where I was out to be the best. Because I know for Diablo, there is no way any one person can be the absolute best. Of course, if somebody wants to, you know, challenge and say, hey, this guy's the best, then okay, more power to you, but I don't feed into that drama. The reason why Diablo is not like that is because in Diablo, there are so many potential variations at any one point in time, and some variations, when you have literally everything in the game, then these variations, absolutely, you know, absolutely these variations will be the best. This could be a potential god roll, so I'm going to move that there straight away. I just need to change ultimate to crit strike damage, and boom, we are in business. Be nice. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know that there's so many different variations for everything. There's so many different ways that things can happen. So I don't worry too much. For Diablo, I have no aims of being the best. I'm just here to share what I know and what I'm going to be doing every season. Hey, Tim. Yeah. That's okay, B77. One of my close friends was just wondering why you had mentioned the name of another creator. Just to let you know our rules. If you like and prefer other creators, then by all means you can follow them. But if you talk about them here, it's considered a bit rude and disrespectful. So try not to do that. But I mean, either way, you know, I was just telling him, everybody follows their own things. If they like other creators or the lists that they create or the builds that they create, they're welcome to follow them. You know, they don't have to watch me. They don't have to follow me. At the end of the day, I'm just here to not to be the best, but just to share what I know with my community. And, you know, whatever the case is, you know, for those that want to be the best, then I let them. But here, when it comes to Diablo, I'm just going to be doing the 5 classes every season and playing what I feel is the best way for each of the classes. And that's about it. So yeah. If you prefer max roll and all that, then please, by all means, attend their streams, watch their content. You know, you don't have to watch mine. I appreciate you watching mine, but, you know, you don't have to. So, yeah. I mean, everybody's free to do whatever they want to do. I take no offense, nor do I worry about it, you know. That's why I don't sweat it if some other person says this or that. Like, Diablo is a huge game, and there's always going to be a lot of variations of stuff because not everybody's going to agree on what is the best. For me, I just do what I feel is theoretically the best based on my practical testing and what I've seen, and I say, okay, well, then I feel that this is best. And of course, somebody else will come up with something else, so I leave it to them. Because there's no one correct way. There's no, like, this is the only path, you know what I'm saying? There are so many different paths. Already, with the Druid, there are literally 2 paths you can go. Stormwolf, or, you know, Pulverized Werebear. And I'm sure even within that, there has to be variations. There has to be somebody out there playing the Werebear slightly differently to how I play it. You know, there must be. There has to be. It's just the way Diablo is designed. And as the seasons go on, you're going to see more and more and more variations. yeah, that's okay, man. Like I said, I'm not worried about it or anything, B7, so it doesn't bother me or anything. Like, I'm not gonna react badly. Yeah, I was just explaining my situation as well. But yeah, no, I appreciate you taking that on board. But yeah, the thing about Diablo is that at the end of the day, right, don't be focused so much on like, don't be focused so much on tier lists or what build you should feel constrained to play. Rather, play what you want to play, you know, because at the end of the day, a lot of builds are going to be viable. And just for those who are new to Diablo, take note, this is not one of those games where there's strictly only one path. And that's what's so awesome about Diablo. That's what's so crazy about this game. There is no one creator that can cover everything unless they played 24 hours a day, never slept, or got fed items by other people, which is not the ideal. You know, for me, I don't subscribe to that playstyle. I just, you know, focus on doing the testing live. But there are so many ways to play, and that's what makes Diablo awesome. And in fact, Diablo 4 is probably going to see even more of that awesomeness in the future seasons as well, because as the seasons add things, there's going to be even more variations. You know, by the time season 4 comes around, right, they're like, unless something really, like, unless there's a really bad nerf or something really stupid is done by the dev team, you're probably going to see like 2 or 3 different builds for each class that can be considered, you know, ultimate best tier. And considering the fact that it's very difficult to respec past 50 because of glyphs and all that kind of stuff, of course you can respec as much as you want when you've reached the true end game, tested everything out. You know, you could do that, but then you don't get the testing from 1 to 100, which again doesn't suit me because I'm not a fan of that. I like to thoroughly test as I play. So I'm probably only gonna have, like, for me, I'm probably only gonna have one build each season that I work on and bring to the end, you know, and of course that will be my best choice. But it doesn't mean that that is the only choice. There will always be variations. There will always be more. That's what's awesome about Diablo. It's the fact that no one person, very unlikely, one person will cover everything and be the god-rolled guy that knows everything. No, even I could never achieve that. I would never be able to do more than one each season, I reckon. Unless there was really nothing else for me to do that season, and like my Diablo content was popping off so much that like I wouldn't want to play any other game, then yeah, sure, you know, for that season I would cover nothing but Diablo and probably would end up doing 2-3 different builds for that season. But you know, that is just the way it is, you know. So I actually look forward to seeing all the crazy things that'll be coming out each season. Like I said just yesterday, but the one thing I will still despise forever, ladies and gents, no matter what, okay? And I stand firm on this one. I hate tier lists. I will forever hate tier lists because I think that they are dumb. They are the one thing that I do not like and will never like, because I will always tell you, and this is my feeling, this is my honest truth. Tier lists are very stupid. Because sometimes when you tier it, right, no matter how good your theory crafting is, no matter how good your content creators, verified creators, all this kind of stuff are, no matter how good it is, it's still a subjective thing. It's still a subjective thing based around their experiences and their playstyle. Remember that. Okay? Tier lists can serve as a guide, but never gospel. They can give you an idea of what's good, but the ultimate decider should be you. That's why I don't pay attention to tier lists. That's why I never classify things as S tier, A tier, whatever, no. As I mentioned, I can only probably play one style each season. I might try a different style in the subsequent season, but each season I'm probably only going to play one style. And, you know, whether it's A tier, S tier, whatever tier, my goal would be, can I, you know, give this to my audience and have them reach the end game heights, and I'll literally play and test it alongside them, you know? And then possibly at the end of the season do a comparison. But that is the logical reality. And I would never ever in my life, you know, make a tier list for that reason, because if I do, then I'm literally limiting your experience. I want you to experience the same things I have, you know? I don't want to limit your experience or control it by saying this is what you should do, end of story, you know? I'll always encourage people to follow my builds or follow my work because it's tested, and proven, you know, on stream. But tier lists are a no-no for me. I've hated tier lists ever since I've created content for several other games, and I'll probably continue hating tier lists until I'm an old man. Because I just can't stand the idea that sometimes people feel like they can't do something, or because, oh well, this is a B tier. They're like, what makes you think it's a B tier? You know, and whose subjective decision was this? Are there objective factors that decide this? If there are objective factors, recite them. What are the objective factors that make this a B tier? If you cannot tell me off the top of your head, then maybe it's not a B tier, you know? Barbarian throne build? I don't, to be honest, right? I don't really read about builds or things like that from other people. So I've heard about the bouncy ball barbarian, but any other things, no, I haven't. Like I said, I generally, as a rule of thumb, I never, you know, follow or read content about other players doing this and stuff, unless it becomes like a very funny article, then I do read it, but most of the time I don't, because, you know, there's a lot of fun meme builds as well that do exist all around, and they can be pretty hilarious, but, you know, given the hours that I have, I focus all of my effort only on one thing, which is creating and, you know, moving forward with the work that I want to put out, because as it is, it takes a lot. It does take a lot. Oh, come on, big crit, big crit, big crit. Finally. But no super big crits. Ooh, what's this? Ramaladni's magnum opus. Wow, it's so trash. You lose 2 fury every second. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in the history of worst things, and that's saying some. Okie dokie. That is going in my stash and then never seeing the light of day. It sounds like you weren't watching a connected creator. Enjoy it, Petrico. I hope you will achieve good results with it. It does sound like fun. But there you go, case in point. Ultimately, people will enjoy what they want to enjoy, you know? I offer my community what I think is the best, but it doesn't mean it is you must follow this to the bitter end or you will die or something like that. No. At the end of the day, do what you want to do, have fun the way you want to have fun. But also just be aware that, you know, sometimes things are better than others, so at least if you know the game or you've observed me enough to know the game, then I say fair enough, go do whatever you want. My spirits are with you. Okay, these two I will not. Okay, let us mark all this, head back, I'll sell it all, and then I will go junk the other two. Thank you, Dark Eclipse and Stan Burke, for enjoying my channel and subscribing. If you claim the reward already, then what you need to do is mail Blizzard support. Show them that you claimed the reward, because it should say that you claimed it in your Twitch Drops inventory. As soon as I claim, I usually put it on straight away. So that is something else that you would need to do. So if you haven't done that, then I suggest you do that straight away. Email Blizzard support, they should be able to help. Should. If they cannot help you, then, well, sin and misery there. I'm gonna try and reroll ultimate skill damage, see what happens. Listen, I'm just glad that people feel that way, you know? That's good. Like I said, I'm not going to be the very best, but I do want to be the biggest, and I do want to continue giving good advice to my community. Hey, Samaraith. Unless there's a very, very good reason, ladies and gents, you'll never hear me giving off-the-cuff advice or terrible advice saying, hey, you know, only this works or only that works. That's not what we do here. That will never be what we do. One last chance. It won't roll crit damage at all. Nope. Okay, I'm giving up. Any more would be a waste of resources. Shame that, but it is what it is. Oh, just gathering legion. Nobody cares. Okay. Right, gotta love the cool names. Should I just keep increasing the level of difficulty? Should I, guys? I think I should. I think I should. Let's go keep increasing the difficulty until I die. Ladies and gents, as your #1 creator, I'm going to tell you that this is a terrible idea. But terrible ideas are fun, aren't they? Yes, no, that's always a thing, Pen. That is 100% always a thing. I can absolutely guarantee you. Because there are rare mobs that will have a guaranteed drop. They will not be best in slot, but they can be useful. They can be useful for some classes. So just so you know, that is a thing. Because rare mobs in the open world do have a guaranteed drop. And that guaranteed drop has certain guaranteed affixes. Okay? So I hope you're aware of that. And that can be used by people to get an advantage. So that is it, just so you know. Okay, I want you to know that. But it doesn't mean that, you know, it will be the best in slot. It can be very useful while leveling. For example, there's a ring that always rolls critical strike chance. Which means you could theoretically, if you wanted to, farm that rare monster, right? And then always get a ring that will in theory always have critical strike chance, which can be beneficial to you. But the reason why I prefer to roll myself is because ultimately to get the true best, you're going to need a proper drop. Ah, there's Waldo. Welcome and welcome to your timeout cage. Good morning to you, Waldo. Well, good afternoon anyway. Yeah, absolutely. When leveling up, it is considered very good. And I mean, you can, I don't know if the level on them is set. Can you remember, Pen, if the level on them is restricted? Because I thought they always drop at your level. So I mean, early in the game, you could get one. You know, you could roll one that's maybe ancestral or whatever, and then use that as a stopgap measure if it was that useful. Like I said, I prefer to roll, and I'm sure many others do, but I think maybe if they drop at your level, it should theoretically be possible to use it at any, like, even late game, as long as the affixes roll correctly. Yeah, so you should be able to do that in World Tier 4, wouldn't you? So technically speaking, even while leveling it up, like even at our level, we could go and drop a specific thing, assuming we did not yet have a proper roll, and then we could use that to trick out the build. Yeah? Or at least that's what I'm assuming. Let me see what I need. One moment. This doesn't have strength, so it doesn't matter. I need to capture these two as well for increased damage. These are all set. So my willpower is good enough. My dex is just good enough. Willpower is just good enough. I cannot remove that. So now I just need more dex and willpower, basically. Okay, I can do... Right, focus on willpower. And of course strength, as needed. Strength and willpower to taste. Right. Roger Wilco. Okay, noted. Fair enough. Makes sense to me. But then again, as rogues, we use nothing but condemnation. I need an ancestral drop of condemnation, I swear. Making me hanker to play rogue. I might play rogue tonight. Might play some rogue. Oh, there's the... Dark blades glow, what?
You're a saint.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Anyway, we're in tier 43 right now. So the enemies are 17 levels above me. Not too bad, eh? Junk. Whack. Die, knight errant. Okay, much better. My input lagged there for a second. Like, I literally couldn't input shit. Enable plus boost. Yeah, NVIDIA low reflexes there. What the hell? That was wild, guys. I've never had dropped inputs before. This is no good. I was experiencing it loosely yesterday. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, something's weird. Have any of you experienced any input drops? Because I think things are not super grand. The only unique I want pen is called the Grandfather. If I ever find it, I will use it across the board on every character. I'll just keep passing it around like a joint. Pass it from one character to another. The Grandfather. Ooh. World's best sword. I need it. I need it. And someday I'll have it. Yeah, the The input drops have been really annoying. Honestly, Renna, I don't know why they're happening, but they've been happening since yesterday. I can confirm that. Exactly, newbie. //pass. Oh, rats.
So then, I stuck the fool with his own blade.
Follow the rats, guys. Follow the rats. The rats stopping here. The rat lied to me. Go on then, Scabbers.
Smart one here. Got them.
All right, come on. Fight me! Fight me! Ah, shit! No! Whoops. Oh well. That event is a failure. Or maybe not. Can I kill everybody in 8 seconds? No, I cannot. Sad. If only I hadn't died, could have done that. Oh well, what a shame. I hate the lightning affix. I really should have checked better. Overconfidence, ladies and gents. Overconfidence. That is the only affix that kills me right now. So I'm gonna push as high as I can, but I'm gonna delete any with the stupid lightning affix. That one is annoying. It does way too much damage relative to the hit points, especially if your input drops. Can't get caught. Okay. Yep, this is marked for trash. Also similarly marked for trash. No. No. And stat-wise, they're shit anyway, so okay. I'll junk the rest of this. When do you need to be worried about twisting blade aspect? You basically want to get it as early as possible, like they said. As soon as you can, grab it and start putting it in. But if you don't have the resources, you're only going to get the resources around level 40 because you're going to need baleful fragments from legendary weapons anyway. So that's why for the seasonal pathway, for doing things in the most efficient way possible, I am going to start with the Necro so that I can upgrade my gear for other characters, because you are desperate for baleful fragments, let me tell you that. You can gain the aspect, sure, but the biggest problem that you are going to face, no matter what, is that sure, I can get all this, but I don't have the fragments to put it on anyway. You get what I mean? So that is a major thing that you need to be aware of. A lot of folks underestimate the need for baleful fragments, but it is going to be your first thing to do. So that's why Necro, technically speaking, right? Although the Sorcerer is not that great, Necro and Sorc are the two best characters to start your season with. How do you join clans or do multiplayers? Just walk around. Just walk around. Nah. If you press the O button on your keyboard, there's a clan up here. Oh, we've got join requests. So yeah, all you do is you just go to the clan section, social section, you can play with your friends, clan section, you can join clans, whatever. And for those that want Robot Nation, here it is. RBNT is our tag. Yeah, then from here, the clan leader just has to approve you. Social, you can just party up with your friends. Open the menu. It's right here. Hope that helps. But yeah, although as early as possible is good advice, I swear, if you don't have the Baleful Fragments, you're going to suffer. So I try not to worry about aspects too much. Like, that's why, again, Season 1, I'm going to go in with my lovely jubbly Necro first, because no requirements. If necessary, I'll even play a Sork. But the Necro is going to farm up first to about level 80, get everything that I need, and then, oh, somebody did request to join the clan. Sure. Dinosaur. That's a lovely name. So yeah, that's my plan. Serpent Slayer, Earthen Boot. Cold, Affix, I do not mind. Blood Blister. What's a tier 26 doing here? It's not happening. Serpent Slayer. Cold and Backstabber. That's okay. Champion's Demise. Avenger. Yeah, that's okay. Let's hit this tier 23, and of course, potion. I need a proper potion of cold resist. Let's go. Nyum. But just remember that with Diablo 4, you are permanently in multiplayer, just so you know. It's always in multiplayer. Just that if you really want to join your friends, you join them from the social menu or from the clan menu. Yeah? Why did I get? Who is this dinosaur that wants to be friends? I am so sorry, but I only accept friend requests from people that I know. I will add anyone into the clan. But who is this dinosaur that wants to be my friend? I am so sorry, but friend requests are... because I just don't want to get spammed with DMs. As a creator, it happens. So I usually only add my actual friends, like people who are top supporters or have been in my Discord, etc. To my friends list. So I'm so sorry, but if Dinosaur is here, raise your hand. Just I want to let you know why. I don't know who this Dinosaur is, but yes, I do apologize. I cannot add people to friends requests for safety reasons. Is anyone in the chat Dinosaur? Dinosaur? I guess they're not here. Or they're not returning to the stream just yet, but either way, I'm sure we'll find them eventually. We'll figure it out. I'm sure somebody will say something somewhere. No need to worry. Although, wait. Miss Cream Puff, if you're here, Timmy, Mr. Tim, sir, join the clan. I forgot about Tim. If you guys see Tim, Edmondson, that is old Mr. Cream Puff, one of our longest standing friends and members. Don't forget to join the clan. If you're here. If you're not, I'll be sad. If you join some other clan, I'll beat you. I mean, you're probably taller and stronger than me, but still, I'll beat you if you don't join my clan. Whee! Smashed. I tell you, it never gets old just like literally putting down the hammer Thor on people. I'm just hoping the season 1 skin for the Barb looks good, because there are a couple of good looks for the Barbarian, but none of them truly entice me. Okay, let's check. This guy's name is Dinosaur. They'll just be around the world, Miwa. So I don't think it's that your level's too low. If you're in Kyish, you'll see everybody there. If you just started the game, of course there's nobody because you're in the tutorial. Once you get to Kyish, you'll see players all over the place. Unless you're in some weird region where there's only you, then I don't know, maybe you're playing from Antarctica or whatever. Let's see, newbie's name is XOVX. Are you on right now, newbie? Because if you're not, I can't see you. Oh, but yes, there's B77. Hi. Was there anything on the map? Echo of Hatred. Oh. Yeah, at some point I'll go do that.
1,000 salutations, Weiss.
Wow, this armor is shit. Dear sweet God. At least the Triune skin is better.
That's a bold choice.
Thank you, newbie, for purchasing that. I still have to pick it up from the store, but I will. Where are the Barbarian skins? Every time I look at the Barbarian skins, I just get disappointed. Look at this piece of shit. It's freaking ugly. They need to give us like a killer Barbarian skin. Yeah, since Dinosaur didn't claim, I'm just going to temporarily decline their friend request. If you're in Kyish, then I don't know why there's nobody there. There's always people there. So sorry, Miwa. Maybe you're playing from Antarctica. Ah, okay. That's alright. When you've actually signed into the game, right, newbie, you let me know, and I think you've joined us before, right? So we should be able to figure out who you are. But it should normally say, like, whatever your BattleNet tag is, it'll say that. So B77, his BattleNet tag is actually B77, so I see him there. Then I just add. La 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 la. Alright. Well, don't you worry. I'm sure we'll find you. And by the way, thank you to everybody who's keeping the sound on. Alright, I've been seeing a lot of you do that this morning, and I just want you guys to know that it means a lot to me that you guys are doing that. So thank you for it, okay? Thank you for keeping the sound on and keeping my stream live, alright? Especially those of you who, you know, you don't use ad block, obviously, so that I can make money. You've got YouTube Premium. Thank you to these people especially, and just remember, I'll never stop thanking you guys. Thanks to you, I can be a streamer. Never forget that. So keep watching me and keep giving me the love.
I won't last on my own.
And right after I mention that, I get an ad on my own stream. Love it. Yep, that and your favorite streamer gets double, so thank you. You never get ads, and your favorite streamer will receive double of your love. The more you watch, the better. la 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 la. Although the one good thing about ads, right, is that sometimes the ads play a lot. Like, it's very rare, but sometimes ads pay way above the punching weight. So like ads are a gamble. So most ads aren't like very high priced, so they don't really pay you a lot. But sometimes, once in a while, right, for some crazy reason, there'll be an ad that shows that is worth like a huge amount. Like that rarely does happen. So it's pretty awesome when it does. And I always have a laugh when it does. Because most of the time YouTube Premium is double what I get from ads, but occasionally, like once in a blue moon, there'll be an ad that pays so much that it's like just boom. You see this nice, like just from that one ad, you see a nice like $10 on your statement or something, and it's like, okay, wow, you know, because most ads are like in a cents, obviously, like 1 or 2 cents, and then YouTube Premium will be like 3 or 4 cents. You just get this one ad that's like $10. Like, whoa. So that can be nice. Oh, you're a dinosaur. Well then, why didn't you answer when I asked earlier, buddy?
Thank you, Wanderer. Without you,
Well, welcome to the clan. But as I mentioned, you will not be added as a friend unless you are a top tier supporter. Because I only add my actual friends to my friends list. But you're welcome to the clan. Now, after this dungeon, I need to switch to my Druid for a second, because I need to go for something very important on my Druid. But yeah, it's okay. At least now we know. Now we know who the dinosaur is, so welcome to the clan. Keep your sound on, by the way. If you do, I will get paid. If you don't, then I will not get paid. And then I will not be able to make content. And then y'all ain't got nobody to watch. I mean, I guess you could watch Dijo. But, you know, we all know that you're here for the Asian man that streams in his pajamas. Ain't that right? I can't remember. Oh, these are 97. So 17 levels above me. Still going alright. As long as I don't get the stupid lightning affix, these guys are no real threat. Which is good enough for me. Hokey smoky. Okay, back to town. Back to town.
Perth?
No. Double no. If only this rolled with better stats. Shame, but it is how it is. This one, weak, not good enough. Needs better. No, it's missing vulnerable. Missing vulnerable and crit. This one has damn good damage reduction. but I must have cooldown reductions on it as well. Searching for the perfect gear, ladies and gents. If only.
I have something to fit you, I'm sure.
If your mother only knew that you was trying to get to me. Yep. You'll find it as you go, don't you worry. That's the point. We roll. We always roll for gear. That's how it is, my friend. It always is that way. Unfortunately, you know, we are literally just here to seek the best possible gear. Lull one of the minions with increased health. I'm just waiting to push the mobs past 100. I think that'll be pretty insane. I saw the insane cold affixes. I was like, nope. Nope and out of there. 110% nopearella. But yeah, finding the right gear in this game is painful. Like here we've got Fury cost reduction, which is really cool. You know, digging it, but no cooldown reduction innate. And also, I would lose a huge amount of damage reduction. Not really keen on it. Sometimes it's about finding an upgrade, you know? You've got this one piece that's just so good. It's loads better than anything you will have at that level, so. There's that.
Khalib took the last of the war.
Alright, you guys ready? Let's go beat up the Eater of Stones. Dude, I just dealt 1 million damage to that and it like only tickled it a quarter of its health. It means it's got about 4 million health. Interesting. Good to know. I mean, it's no threat, but still. Easy squeezy, lemon peasy. Why did I get this flawless emerald as a reward? Just literally just some random emerald as my reward. Like, why? What was the magical reasoning behind this? Okay, back to tune. Back to the town where we are gonna drown. This is the ground stomp thing. You can use it for the bouncy ball build. I saw it was so interesting, but like I knew it just wouldn't be for me because it is not like a top thing. Also, thank you to everybody who liked the stream as well. I sincerely appreciate it. You know, the fact that you guys like the stream, watch with the sound on, all of this is genuinely helping me become better as a creator, and I just want to thank everybody who, you know, gives me the opportunity and the chance to do what I do and be the best kind of creator for you guys. So thank you very much. I'm gonna set a timer now for 22 minutes because I do not want to miss the world boss. I do not want to miss the world boss. Get it? Donut? Throw the timer up there. No, you can never get a bigger bag. This is the way it is. This is what you got. You gotta live with it.
You need armor? I've got it here.
You need armor? I've got it here.
Fight hard, eh? Make the devils pay.
Thank you, Selenga. I like the Asian town in this one. Okay, I really need to switch over to the Druid for a second. Why? Because we're gonna spend obols using the specialized gambling tool. We are going to find what gives me that particular aspect. The one that makes landslide hit twice. Not trampled earth. No, this one, not this one. I need to figure out which one it is. This one. Aftershock. There it is. Okay, I need to gamble on offhands. Roger that. Let's go get ourselves an aftershock. Whose stats, newbie? My Druid? Or Barbarian?
First Carlo, now Leah.
Because FYI, even if I were to show you my stats, none of this is relevant. Just so you know. All this shit here is totally irrelevant. None of this matters. What matters is your gear affixes. This shit doesn't. Nobody cares about this shit. I've got 7,179 on my Druid, and I cannot hit as hard as my Barbarian. This shit is just a number to denote what looks better for you. It has no impact on your actual stuff. So never give a shit about anything displayed here. This is all bullshit. Only thing that matters is your gear affixes. And we all seek the same affixes. Like I was telling Penn the other day. Crit damage, vulnerable damage, and slowed and all that. Yeah, no. Honest to God, don't worry about that. Just look for the affixes on your gear. You'll be fine, and roll as high as possible. Because even if you were to compare all of this to mine, you know, even if I were to show you, it's literally all irrelevant. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Well,
I'm gonna teach you the best way to focus on anything is just look at your affixes. What did they roll? Did they roll highly enough? If not, get something better. That's basically it. I'm just looking for a staff. Like right now, what I would be looking for is a staff that has the highest DPS per second with crit damage, full damage. That's it. That's literally all I'm looking for. Unfortunately, I got this piece of shit, but I guess it's alright. It's okay, but it can do better. I just need one with DPS as close as possible, and then something better, you know? So yeah, that is my honest advice, newbie. Don't worry about stat comparisons, how much you have, all that kind of stuff, because it's all going to depend on gear rolls. The only thing you need to worry about is, did my gear roll as high as possible? So all I look for is like, you look at this like critical strike chance. I look at the range. Did it roll 6%? Okay, good. Then set. Then that's all I care about. Then I just keep trying to get better and better gear within those sets. So yeah, genuinely, that is the way I do it.
Well, it seems you're
Yeah, like I said, for me, I am only concerned with absolute efficiency. So if I look at something and I see that it's not efficient, then I just don't even bother. Like, it just exits my mind. Wow, didn't even get the aspect I wanted. Failure. Okay, all of this is going straight to hell. Not even one of the resources that I want. What a failure. Oh well. That's pretty much it. Also, hi Hankit. What the hell are you doing here? Get lost. No, I'm kidding. Hankit just randomly shows up. Beat this man, Boog. Take him to the gallows. And also, hi, how you doing, Boog? How are you doing, Mr. Lurking in the background? Okay, going back to my barb. Such a failure on Druid. Fair enough. Alright, time to hit a dungeon after this. I've got 16 minutes, plenty of time. And I don't want Drifting Shade either. Nope, screw that. Let's go craft some better sigils. Okay. Wow, crafting these higher tier sigils are so freaking expensive. Okay, that is a gigantic waste of my time then. Let's search for something palatable that isn't horrifying, but wow, and they both have backstabbers. Okay. This is the easiest. To the Black Asylum. Magic find key what? I have no idea what a magic find key even is. Are you talking about sigils? Because yes, I found sigils. They're not called keys, they're called sigils. Proper term, my friend, proper term, you nerd. But yes, I have found one or two. Very rare, but one or two. Not that they really matter much. That's what RNG is, mate. That's RNG. Sometimes you will get 0. But yeah, since the patch, I think I got 1. Think being the keyword. But to be fair, alright, I never look at the positive affix. So I could have gotten 1 and used it without even knowing it. Because I don't care about the positive affix. I ignore the positive affix. I only worry about the negatives. Because in my opinion, as long as the negatives aren't annoying, I'm fine. If they are annoying, then I'm not fine. Oh no, unlucky. Ah, there we go. I hate the unlucky streaks of no crits. Ugh. Still waiting on a good ring to drop. Yeah, sure, whatever works for you, man. I just observe the negative affects of if it's not too bad, I go. If it's too bad, then I just don't go. Yeah, crit resist sucks. But, I mean, meh. It's still doable. Just that I probably wouldn't do it if I'm pushing the limits. But even so, on my Hammer of the Ancients it doesn't matter much. On other characters I don't touch it. But on the Barb, because Hammer of the Ancients hits for so much anyway, it doesn't actually bother me as much. Unless the Butcher shows up. Like, the Butcher shows up, then okay, fair enough, I'm doomed. But on others, it doesn't matter. On others, it matters a lot. On the Barb, it doesn't bother me as much unless Butcher shows up. Then, GG. Because the freaking Barb's damage is so through the roof that, like, they're just like, okay, you know what? These enemies resist crit, I resist their resistance. Bold Chieftains is great. Don't forget to get the ones that increase your fury while you're berserking or shouting. Either of those is really necessary for endgame as well, because you need fury. Without that fury, you cannot slam. And without your slam, life is miserable. That's why I love the fury gain while berserking or fury gain while shouting. It's great. Yep. The crit resist one affects every character other than a Hammer Barb, because well, actually other than a Hammer Barb and a Bone Spear Necro, but it affects every single character drastically. Like, that's just legit. But you know what I find most annoying, ladies and gents? You want to know what's the one thing in this game that annoys me more than anything else in the game? It's the fact that boots don't have a consistent innate affix. Like, you could roll evasion gives you move speed, multiple evasive charges. They should just, like, imagine you roll a boots with like really good movement speed, and then the innate is like some bullshit affix, and oh my god, it ruins your day. Like, I've tested and experimented with them all, okay? The best one is the number of evade charges, because it's so useful toward endgame. I'm glad my Barbarian got the boots that he did, but oh my god, oh my god. There's no pain greater than finding boots with great movement speed, roll, fury cost reduction, and the first thing you see is that this thing attacks reduce your evade cooldown. Well, screw you. Yeah, pretty much. But it's annoying that the boots do not have a consistent affix. I, for one, like, that is a change that I would like to see, because everything else is trashed here anyway. So I would like to see them alter that, because it would be very nice if they did. Or at least give us a way to reroll the innates as well. If on stuff that it's variable, let us reroll the innates, because I don't want something that's like half-ass perfect. No, I want it full-ass perfect. Whole-ass perfect. The movement speed boost lasts for too short a time for it to be relevant. Like, it's okay if I'm using evades to travel a dungeon, but in actual combat, having multiple evade charges is so good. It just allows you to, you know, pull off maneuvers that you see in Gundam anime. So that's why I like it so much, because I know for a fact that, yes, with all this here, I can pull off these insane movements that only the Red Comet could pull off or some shit like that. Works good. Oh, lull, monsters become unstoppable. No wonder. My damage becomes doo-doo toward the end bit. La 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 loo 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 loo. Get whacked, skeleton captain. Go. They really had to place all this, like, literally just at the door. Okay. It's not about your level, it's about how fast you build fury. So if you got all the aspects that give you plenty of fury, and your fury is always full, which means that you get full bonus when you swing, then that's all you need. So it's more about your gear and aspects than actually like being a particular level. Because this is all that I'm doing right now is literally all from the gear and aspects that I have. Because it's literally what allows me to actually... Okay, hold the phone. This one could be good. This one could be good. I would need to change over. Okay, this one could be very good. It's a single sword. I'm gonna try and gamble the slowed into crit damage, because it's pretty average on everything else, but could be decent. Could be decent. Maybe finally I can replace one of these pieces of shit. Okay. I will also try and re-roll this ring. Rolling it with critical strike chance would be quite excellent. Because it does have crit strike, vol, and max life. Pretty ideal. I might lose out some of the other minor forms of damage, but nobody cares about that. Oh. No. Vol is close to max roll. Close, low roll. Bleeding low roll. Not worth my time. Better, but not worth my time. Okay, let's try. Let's go test. 72, roughly, I would say. That's when I got this one. This one. Loop of Berserk Fury. Oh, 75 then. Because I used this ring, I just had it innate. And I just plocked it on. So this was the one. 6 Fury per second while berserking. Took a while to get it. But I did. Okay, now. Now. Please roll crit strike. Okay, first roll, that's alright. Oh my god. Okay, no failure.
No witchcraft here. Only honest magics.
Okay, give me crit strike chance. Fine, but that's such a low roll. 4.6. I am very tempted. I am very tempted to put on Bold Chieftains on this. Just because it is better, and it does give me max life. But I'll wait until I have a Bold Chieftains aspect for it. So, oh, actually, do I have Bold Chieftains? I do, and I've got several actually. I'll think about it. First of all, this is going into my holy stash. Temporary. This is where you're gonna sit. These two can go to hell. You will sit there, my warrior. And I shall craft you up soon. Soon. Very soon. Will be crafted into a godly ring. Maybe. Okay, now. Now. Before we head to the Bossa Nova, I'm going to quickly take a look at my appearance. Okay. Yep, I got it, phone. I'll head there soon. Now, let's look for the full set of Glorious. Curious what it will look like. So this is what a full Glorious set looks like. Interesting. What does a full Adventure set look like? It looks like Poverty. Full Archon set. Oh god, the pants suck. Full Bone Weave. Huh. I look like some badass enforcer. And of course the purple color still looks the most mythical. Let's go for all the mythical looking uniques. Confirmed. Okay. All right. Oh shit. This world boss is gonna be deleted. Whoops. I might miss it. All for the sake of fashion. Lord. Well, time to ride. If I can even get out of town fast enough. Ew. All right, made it in time. You. How you like that, Ashava? You like my 2 million crit on your unstoppable butt? You. Take it, Ashava. Take it. Whee! Bashava is dead. Okay, that's useless. Some Harry Potter whispers just happened. Tier 28. Wow, worthless. Even more worthless than I thought. Oh, love that. Right. 44 Zenith. Perfect. Let's go complete my whisper. And then. Perhaps. Do.
It is done.
Found and lost and found and lost and lost and found and found and lost. How miserable. Okay, back to Zarbinzat. Before we go smash some more. I think it's just luck and chance. I've gotten a few hit point ones on the rogue, but they didn't have other good stats. So it wasn't exactly the best choice.
First Carlo, now Leah. There's something
Anyway, I can't do anything till I get the bold chieftains. I like to have spares of spares, you know? So, you know? So that will be happening. Once I have a spare of a spare, then I'll be ready to put bold chieftains on it again.
I can fix it.
I'll shake on that.
I mean, I can roll 3 out of the 4, but the 4th one, oof, that is hard to get. So, I would never get all 4 together, but I will usually get like 3 out of 4. Then I try my best to roll the 4th. Okay, let's try for some level 44s. I need some larval 44s because I'm literally just not gonna construct some higher level sigil, no. I'll just take some larval 44s when I can. Okay, smash these guys outside because how dare they even exist. Yep. That's the RNG grind. We sit here and we grind for the RNG. Only when we find. Anyway, what I really want, plain and simple, is my Shaco. I mean, Grandfather would be great, but I want my Shaco. Because it's not damage I have a problem with. It's survival. And Shaco would boost my shouts. So yeah. Oh yeah, tier 44 is nothing. It's easy enough. I need to be in tier 70. Which I will, of course, in about 5-6 more levels, but still. Yeah, but the affixes and stats are so good anyway. Stats alone, my friends. Stats alone. But yeah, Shaco. I want my Shaco. Exactly, you just have to roll more. Roll. Roll until we're rollicking Randy Dandy-o. You know? Oh, the levers. I was like, Don't gamble, be the casino. The whole game, our whole life, our whole existence here, guys, is a casino. So, you know. Responsible. I will just end the lives of these demons responsibly. That. Charging minions annoy me so much. Yes, that I can do. That I can most certainly do. But anyway, only the ultra shitty uniques ever dropped for me. Not the super cool ones. No, just the ultra shitty ones. That like Houdini's Pride Sword or whatever that literally drains your fury every second. Like, my god, that thing sucks so badly. Who came up with the idea of that as a unique? It's literally trash. Unless you literally had so much fury that, you know, you can, or either that or unless your fury gain was so high that like you never needed to worry about it. But the problem with the barb is that they don't have even the slightest bit of range. So unless you're like literally in a creature's face, you can't really get around. So literally the saddest thing about the barb is that the most efficient thing that they have is not frenzy or any of the others. No, it's literally just lunging strike, because that's the only way. Like, you can use it for so much mobility and utility around the battlefield. Either you literally cannot play any other basic. You cannot play any other builder. Because I tried to use bash, I tried to use frenzy, I tried everything under the sun, and it was so dog shit. Because no matter what, I can't just click on an enemy and just teleport to them. You get used to the instantaneous movement, and it becomes so uncool to be without it. You only probably died to that because
I'd be dead.
you were weak.
I think
Either
I
that or the
managed
barb was
here.
way over your level because upheaval sucks ass and
Yes.
no barb should be able to kill you with that. Because upheaval is literally trash. And especially if you're a rogue. So either that barb had like tricked out gear or got a lucky hit because your rogue theoretically should have been able to mash him. Yeah, that makes sense then. He was probably way above your level, dude. I scoff at upheaval every day. I say, please, anyone challenge me with upheaval, I will laugh at you. My hammer will instantly like mash any upheaval barb. Like, lol. I still remember a Bone Spear Necro trying on a Hammer Barb. Hammer Barb is insane for PvP. Vasco. His name has been immortalized in this stream as the boy who tried. He tried so hard and got so far in the end. Oh, he was probably playing Temerity. Temerity plus Conceited Aspect, which works, FYI, because the Conceited Aspect somehow multiplies everything. Temerity with Conceited Aspect and yeah, Upheaval with solid build could work. In fact, you won't believe this, but people actually still recommend Temerity for the Barb as best in slot. I look at them, I'm like, you for real? Like, homie, do you not know how this works? Because Temerity ain't gonna do shit to you. Although, if I find an Ancestral one, I might try it, just for the gills. Just for the lulz, you know? The lol Temerity. Because it can potentially work, but you lose Aspect of Disobedience. And the innate affixes as well, so not exactly the keenest on that. I would like to try one post 80. Yeah, I would like to try a Temerity post 80. I only got a low level one, which is not very useful for testing. But if I could find one close to endgame and a Temerity drop, I would try it. I would actually try it to see if it was really BIS. Because, yeah, that's what people are saying, but I don't trust people. I trust my results with my own two eyeballs. But in PvP, there is no doubt, Temerity is hilarious. Because, look, with Temerity, you just slap on the Conceited Aspect at max, and then you just laugh. Because you take a potion, it'll give you a barrier. So you take the potion, you have a barrier, right? Then you just rush in and slap their booties. They just crumple. It's so good. And in PvP, you technically don't need Ancestral Force. So if you geared a character solely for PvP, you could slap on Conceited Aspect for even more damage there. And your hits will just go insane. Yeah. That's pretty much how Temerity works. Because it's designed for PvP. It is like the PvP pants. Because you barrier up and then you go for the instantaneous damage. Rogues use it all the time in PvP. But, I mean, for PvE, it may not always be the best choice because PvP, you're only standing up to another character. So beating another character is fine. As long as you've got more Paragon points than them, you've got more Glyph XP than them, you will win. But the AI, PvE, because you have to always be above your level, the damage reductions matter more. So you're right about that. I too would miss my damage reductions. There's no denying if you happen to be a hardcore PvPer, Temerity is where it's at. Yeah, Temerity is the ideal for PvP because you just barrier up before you even start your rundown, and then you just start killing, and then every 10 seconds you just take a potion because it overheals you anyway. So your potion value is never wasted, which means you literally have your full potion value right off the bat, which should make sense. And again, it's why Temerity is godlike. No. Oh shit. I got snicked. Because I wasn't careful. I forgot about the backstabber thing. Basically, once you get to this stage, right, you need your shouts constantly up, because if you happen to get the backstabber affix, I mean, it's easy to win, but still. Oh lord, I hate backstabber affix so much. You have to only attack from the front. No striking from behind. We all know rogues do it from behind. I don't think it's Aspect of the Protector. Can Aspect of the Protector give you barriers? I've never looked at it or used it, but I don't think they give you barriers, do you? Do they? Because as far as I know, only Temerity can give barriers to a non-barrier character. Otherwise, I'm gonna immediately go grab Aspect of Protector and slap it on. Yeah, no, well, I don't mind Backstabber because I can control it. So it's okay. Oh, when you touch elite mobs, no, that one's shit. You don't need it anyway, especially not against elite mobs. Elite mobs are not a threat. Well, assuming you know, properly prepare, they're not a threat. Bosses are not a threat. The only thing that's a threat are the random normal mobs that will kill you randomly. Players count as lead mobs? Oh, didn't know that. Okay, the more you learn. I didn't know that players count as elite mobs. Lol. In that case, damage to elites would technically be good for PvP, because then you'd hit players harder. Ha! That's cool. I did not know that. That is some interesting information. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hold on. Hold up. Not worth, but still. This momentarily gave me pause. Momentarily. Hey yo. Cooldown reduction. But nothing else that I want. Bugger. I thought we had it for a moment. I really did.
Need something for it?
Shame.
Let's preserve it.
I'll take it. Safe journey then.
Well, now that I know, now that I have collected this information, I am interested. That's pretty cool. I didn't know players count as lead mobs. In that case, then Temerity plus Aspect of Protector, if you wanted to gear for like full-on PvP, would make sense. You know? Ah, nah. I am not into PvP. Like, I mean, I could, but I'm lazy. I want my glyphs. My glyphs are most important. Glyphs and Nightmare Digiones, because I want my uniques. Okay? Can you hear the grandfather calling my name? And the Shaco? They're coming. They're coming. They said, "Robot, we're waiting for you." And I'm like, okay. 我来了. Can you hear us, Robot? We're calling you. Look at these pitiful creatures a mere 2 levels above me. Pathetic. Waste of a uniform you are. I see you, boss. It's over on that side. Come here. Come, all of you. Face me! Oh look, a whirlwind barb. Ha! Thinks he can actually do anything. Lol, play a real barb build, bitch. Learn to play an actual barb, you know? Instead of spinning around like a loser. Remember, if you spin, you do not win. I say all this, but I'm still actually gonna try a whirlwind barb in at the start of season 1. Just to see how it goes. That's because I was on the rogue, dude. Druid is about level 60 or 63-ish. Don't forget, certain characters are stronger at certain stages of the game, so you cannot compare Druid to Rogue. Don't forget, Rogue is the SS tier character, although I hate using a tier list reference. Rogue is currently the strongest. Hard to beat a Rogue. The only one that even can is a Necro, and even then, it's only with tricked out gear. So you won't be able to do it faster than a Rogue can. Rogues are the top of the top. They're the top of the food chain. Even a Barb can only come... Well, I mean, technically a Barb could do it at 58 as well, but depends on your gear. Like, my Barb did it at 60, so don't even sweat it. Druids are just not up there. Druids can potentially with Stormwolf, but usually by the time you farm all your uniques, you're already level 64, 65. So don't sweat it at all. You're probably on track for a Druid. Anyway, there's also, just so you guys know, I do that kind of stuff for fun, but realistically speaking, right, you don't want to access World Tier 4 as fast as possible. You want to access it at a reasonable time. So although you can do it at level 60, yeah, theoretically, you wouldn't want to, because you still should not be farming in World Tier 4 at that point. You need to farm where it's comfortable for you, which means that I recommend, like, the earliest you should access the Capstone dungeon is actually at level 64. The reason is because that right after beating it, you can go straight into World Tier 4 and start farming around there. 64 is the target for pretty much any build to function correctly, because at that point, you would have already done Tier 20 Nightmare dungeons, and your goal is to measure versus the Nightmare dungeon. So once you are comfortably clearing the Tier 20s, you know, that's when you do the capstone. And usually for pretty much every class in the game, roughly it's been about level 64, 65-ish that I do that. So although I was doing like those videos just for fun and stuff like that, just for hilarity, the actual thing is that when you actually go in, right, you'll actually only be accessing it around 64, 65. Because that's when you're going to get best value out of the Tier 21 dungeons and, of course, World Tier 4 itself. Yeah, exactly. That's why I say, like, for efficiency, although I did those videos, right, it's just for fun. It's just for fun and just to show off, mostly. Like, in actuality, I never enter World Tier 4 until I'm safely at that level. Because, again, you don't want to waste your time. Time is limited. As I've always said, you know, to everybody, time is very, very limited. Every single second that you waste doing an inefficient activity, you are wasting your stuff. You are wasting your precious seconds. So, I personally, as somebody who values that time, because even as a content creator, I literally play video games for a living and I've got no time. I play this game many hours per day and I've got no time. That's a huge problem, you know, because there's so much that I want to do, so much that I want to experiment with, and I still have no time. So when I thought about all that, I was like, you know what, fuck it. Every season I'm gonna make sure everybody gets the most efficient build and they get to do the shit that they need to do every single time. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know, that's what I want for my audience, because there's no time. There's legit no time, and it sucks. So, owing to that, I said to myself, yep, no. We're gonna do this efficient, we're gonna do this right. And that's why I have that particular leveling style that I do. I might prove myself once or twice for a video, but beyond that, right, it's only like machine level efficiency. You cannot save T3 cinders. How would you? Unless you gather cinders and then you swap world tier. I mean, I guess you could, but man, that sounds like a cheap ass way to do it, because all things considered, it's not like anything in the Hell Tide's a threat, so you may as well just farm your cinders in tier 4. I'm gonna open with Necro 100% because Necro has no requirements. Necro is the easiest character to play, and of course Bone Necro is still top. So Bone Necro, Season 1, 110%. Fuck everything else. Once my Bone Necro is 80, I'll work on my Rogue. Fuck everything else. Because Rogue and Necro are the top 2. And if I were to use anything else, then I would be truly foolish. Yeah, I mean, when you're 13 levels under, but then in that case, why would you be doing the Helltide? You know, kind of pointless. You'd be back in tier 3, world tier 3, doing the Helltide there. Gathering the good XP and then moving on. Yep, I'll be doing it just the same pen, so you can level up alongside me. You can follow along. Ladies and gents, you can follow along. You too can be a great Necro. Well, yes, that's why they're wandering around World Tier 4 when they shouldn't be, because they got carried there in the first place. Like I said, for me, the Helltide chests are just for materials and aspects. I actually don't care about the gear, because what drops in the Nightmares is better anyway. So Helltide gear is just like, eh. It's just like if you just want to be a little extra, you know? You want to be that kind of weirdo, and that's the place to go. Yep. I'll be going 100% solo, because what I'll do, like for every character in the early stages, I'll be, except the ones that I play with my girl, I'll be going 100% solo so that I can ensure that it's thoroughly tested. And I'll be like, swiper, no swiping. Na, 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 na. Yeah, sure, you know, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, fair. Now, am I gonna waste my time? Two-handed. Nope. Celestial Mace. Nope. Nay. Nay. Double nay. Chardonnay. Okay, is it in the Dark Reaches? Yes, okay. I'm just waiting for my level 100 characters, 100 creatures to spawn in my nightmares. Ugh, I need higher tier keys and sigils. It's so hard to get. Yeah, fair enough. Also, Hankit, YouTube thinks that your messages are so unfriendly that they need manual approval. So from now on, no swearing for you. Otherwise, YouTube will identify you as a spam bot account. And I'm lazy to manually approve your messages. Like, I can read them, but I'm so lazy to manually approve them. Yep. Hankit has to be child friendly. Are you guys ready? Welcome to Diablo the Explorer. Can you find the loot on the screen? I'm glad you enjoy my streams because I literally just sit here and talk shit all day. My streams are about some random Asian man in Australia in his PJs sitting here streaming shit and talking shit 24/7. Best kind of streaming. No special MSG needed. Okay, just come here, talk shit, and you're good to go. I swear I'm gonna do that for season 1. As soon as season 1 starts, I'll say, welcome to leveling with your Necro. Can you find the enemy corpses to detonate? This is the number 1000. It shows your critical damage. Your critical damage can kill your enemies. Oh shit. I can already, you know, sense the meme value. It's gonna be good. Just because I want this weak iron barb. Next year, then I'll take this back. Here, it's mine now. It's mine now. Go back to Gyaku. Right? Some enemies are dangerous. Can you guys see the exploding enemies? If you stand in the red circle, your character will die. Then you gotta have some random person come along and assist you while dying. This is my assistant. This is my assistant, Diego. Diego just got murked. Can you guys help to resurrect Diego? Oh lord, this amuses me too much.
Don't be a stranger. Come back.
I was so amused I literally forgot why I came here. Okay, there we go. Remove some of these digiones. Right? Best kind. It's like, okay kids, can you quickly tap the screen? I need you guys to help resurrect Diego. Oh lord. You know, I swear I'm gonna make these jokes and somebody's gonna get offended somewhere. I bet you me bottom dollar. Okay, let's go harvest some more cinders. Hurry before the world boss dies and Diego loses all XP. Do you not get XP if you're dead? I'm just curious. Do you not get XP if you're dead? I'm wondering out of curiosity. Oh, okay. So desu ne. Arigato. Thank you for teaching me that. I mean, I'm never dead, so I never figure it out, but yeah. I didn't know you didn't get XP while you were dead. I have learned. I'm legit just holding back laughter at this moment because I just can't stop thinking about it. Like, yeah, like I'm just imagining this like Sesame Street level shit for Diablo. Like me trying to like educate people on Diablo and like doing it Sesame Street style. Oh god. And then that idea just like wouldn't leave my mind, so I just kept laughing. And I was trying to hold back laughter. I just want to seem like some crazy person randomly laughing on stream for no reason. Getting power level without dying is a skill. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I agree thoroughly. Going through a Helltide without yawning is also a skill. Because it involves literally nothing that requires even the slightest brain work. New trend in educational YouTube. Oh god. Yeah, I can't afford paying an editor. Maybe if I had like viewership in like the hundreds, I would do that, because then the ad revenue would cover. Then I could pay an editor salary, right? Then we'll do like Sesame Street style videos for Diablo. Okay guys, today we're gonna teach you how to build a rogue. Do you guys know why twisting blades are important? Let me introduce you to the number 2675. That's how much crit damage I just did to destroy that boss. Oh god. God. Yeah, right? I would get flagged so fast. Like I could just like, everyone would just like insta unsub from my channel. It would be funny as fuck, but yeah, they would probably insta unsub. What? What's a tubby? Are you? Is that like what, Teletubbies or something? Because forgive me, I don't know what tubby is. But no, I would never make it a kids channel, because like it would be talking about Diablo anyway, so I wouldn't be able to flag it as a kids channel. Oh, Teletubbies, yeah. Okay, those freaks were weird. Those things were hella weird. It's not that you're bad on at the game, Andre. You probably just don't have the right gear, and you probably don't have the right build. So if you haven't seen my early and mid game build, you should probably check that out. Those are designed to help you level up easily. Yeah. So start there, and it'll probably help you tremendously. But there's nothing wrong with like feeling stuck. A lot of people get stuck on Brawl. A lot of people like are not sure what to do. Farming your renown can be farming your renown and Altars of Lilith can help you as well if you ever get stuck. But basically, you just need a good build, and you'll be okay. Are you following my Druid builds? If you are, then you should be alright, dude. No, it's not a class issue. But, like, I've done it on the Druid easily. But the thing is, right, don't forget, I understood the class quite well. So you might want to level up a bit more, get some more gear, understand things better. You can take a look at the late game videos to see what kind of gear we look for. That might help you tremendously. And that way, although the build will be different for the late game, you can at least understand that, okay, so I need gear that has these kinds of stats, things like that, and you'll probably do better in the fight. Because once you're geared correctly, you know, nothing will stop you. If you're geared incorrectly, then, well, that might be a bit more of a problem, I would say. So try to gear yourself as correctly as you can. And thank you for subscribing, Elsie Kuma. make sure you're following my mid-game Druid build and just farm some gear. You should be able to do it, guaranteed. Because like I said, I've done it easily. You should level Barb again. I mean, when you hit 5 mil, it feels pretty damn good. The whole point of Barb is to just activate your neurons by hitting big damage. And when you see that big damage, you just like, It's not like any monster, even at this level, can survive that, so yeah. After all, these are just Helltide mobs. They don't exactly have a lot going for them. Well, it makes sense that it would be. I think in Diablo 3, you could just literally whirlwind your way through everything. Hello, Crispy. How you doing? Welcome. Andarana Tishan. We welcome you to this place of peace. I mean, if you could tag some of them to your thumb buttons, I guess that could work, right? I'm assuming that's how you did it. More or less. 'Tis my assumption. Right? Fix your broken promise in your kingdom of filth. I will not be used to be better than abused. Na 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 na. I'm glad you're doing good, Crispy. Oh, I think my throat should be healed today. Hopefully I can deliver the sea shanties to the people that I owe them to. That, and I really want to get back to my singing and performing. It's always fun. What's my favorite genre of music? I listen to mostly rap and metal, and occasionally rap metal. But I mean, there's anything that is remotely metal. Okay, even all the different types of metal, for sure. Except screamo. I don't really enjoy screamo a lot. There are very few bands that can pull off good screamo, and that I hate. But rap, 110%. But for rap, I do not like any of the new stuff. I like the old stuff. Either that, or I like listening to lyricists, especially the more vicious kinds, like Immortal Technique, because they talk about a lot of the political stuff, which I find very interesting. And they're the ones that I derived my more hardcore rap style from. But I try not to bring that out too much, because number one, don't want to get flagged on YouTube. You know, but that is my original style. My original rap style is highly aggressive, and like, if I could, I would say things that I would not be allowed to say in a reasonable stream. So yeah, I gotta be careful of that. Well, yeah, if you did a poison werewolf, duh, that's your problem, man. Use my build. After you switch to my build, right, come back and tell me if life was easy for you, okay, Andre? So you can follow whatever builds you like on the internet, but if you want guaranteed results, the builds that I put out were literally used for content. So And you can actually check if you want to go far back enough on streams, you'll actually see me do all the things you're talking about live. So yeah, try it out. Let me know. If it doesn't work out for you, that's okay. You can, I'm so confident that it will work for you that if it doesn't work, you can feel free to block my channel and unrecommend me. Okay? That's how confident I am in my work. After you use it, you come back and tell me whether it works. And if it works well, follow me, because I will never lead you down the wrong path. That's how confident I am in my work. I can put a guarantee on it. Okay, I have enough cinders. It's so easy to build up cinders in World Tier 4. Some Hell Tides, just better. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna get to the chest, and then after that, I'm gonna get to the chest, head to town, sell, then come back to the chest. Yeah, because, well, I've also gained a lot of experience during this preseason, you know? So I think that when it comes to Season 1, my guides are going to be, like, literally on point for exactly what people need.
How can I help?
And I'm going to ensure that I deliver that ASAP. I'm only gonna extract this one, which is good. Carson, the Hammer of the Ancients build has the highest single target damage, dude. If you watched the earlier parts of stream, did you not see me one-shot a boss or hit for like 5 million? Because if your single target damage is low, bro, you're doing it wrong. Opposite way, my friend. Whirlwind is the one that's good at AoE rather than single target. Hammer of the Ancients was designed for single target. So either you have deviated from my recommended build path, or you're doing something very, very wrong somewhere. Because Hammer of the Ancients has the highest single target damage in the game. And sorry, not sorry, no other class can actually match up the numbers that you can hit with this. So you can actually, because I'm going to end stream now and go for lunch, but what I would recommend is that once this stream is processed and everything, right, go take a look at the very start of the stream and just watch how much damage I'm doing. Because I push up pretty far during the stream in terms of my Nightmare Dungeon levels. So take a look at that, and after that, consult the late game build. But the end game build, which is level 80 plus, will be coming probably tomorrow for the Barbarian. So you can have a look at that in more thorough detail for me to explain what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, hopefully that helps. But if you just want to see how well it does, then start of the stream was pretty much where I'm at. Yep, Nightmare Dungeon. I mean, still not that impressive. If I was really impressive, I'd be at tier 50 right now. But I haven't found ideal gear for some of my stuff, so I can't push up as far as I want. But it's okay, slow and steady, you know, slow and steady. Okay, now I must leave you and I must go. So thank you very much. You've all been a wonderful audience. As I said, we'll be back this evening playing some more stuff. So please do look forward to it. And thank you to everybody who kept their sound on. All right, I see many of you out there, and I know many of you helped out tremendously. If anybody wants to help me out extra, one of the things you can do is actually go back to streams from 1 week ago. It has to be more than 7 days old, right? And leave the stream playing with your sound on. It will actually genuinely help with revenue. But it's up to you if you want to do that. That's entirely optional. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys tonight. Okay? Catch you later.